So it's definitely 9 a.m. something in the morning. Um, but these curtains work so well that it's still looking dark in here. So that's that on that. But so it is Monday, December 16th, 2024. Making our way on right on through the month of December. And I tell you, God has kept me. I'm just grateful. But I woke up just about 10, 15 minutes ago from a dream, and it tried to give misery. Not, I ain't gonna say deep misery, but misery. Um, just trying to be real with myself, as real with myself and as transparent as possible, because I just always like to be able to get to the root instead of me sitting there, lying. It's definitely not being in denial with myself, but lying to myself and stuff like that. I don't want to do that because I feel like that's how I can get past whatever it may be. But if I just admit to myself certain stuff, and especially if I know it well enough and I know that to be the truth, just admit. So some dream where both of my sons was in it, and I went to hug one of. They was in some room, and I went to hug one of them, my youngest son, of course, and he hugged me. My older son, he didn't really hug me. He didn't really hug me back. Well, he didn't hug me at all, but he wasn't mean or anything. He just chose not to, and for some reason, and then somehow we end. I don't know what else I said to them in that room, but somehow we end up in a living room, and some living room. And it's kind of given like it was my old house, but it just didn't look familiar. Maybe some other guys or something came in, but my older son had on a jacket, and it wasn't closed all the way. It was open. He ain't have no shirt on under it, I don't think. He had on a jacket, and then dude, the one that's the nutsack they came out of, he came in and he was saying something and maybe like trying to rough my son up, telling him to take that jacket off and whatever. And I look at a jacket as a covering, so you trying to tell him to take the covering off. But anyway, and then I said something because I seen him trying to do it, like rough him up. And I was like, I said something to him. And I was going over there, like checking on my son or whatever. And then I don't think he said anything to me, really. And then next thing I know, I saw my son may have taken off, but then he was sitting over there up under a blanket. He started sitting on a couch and he was up under a blanket. So that was that or whatever. Then somehow it just transitioned over to, it was the same place, same location, but some female was in there, and she said I was now sitting on a couch too, and maybe some other people walked up in there, some cousins, I don't know. I want to call them cousins, but like a posse type. I don't know. So um yeah, the female was the female was what was it? Dang, I can't even really get. Okay, so the female was sitting there. She was to the right or whatever. I was on the left side of the couch, and he was like laying. Dude was laying on the floor or something like that. Like maybe on a pallet on the floor, maybe under a blanket. I don't know. Maybe he had a shirt on, maybe he didn't. And the girl sitting beside me. He was looking at her, or he was talking to her, and he was saying something. Hurry up, cause I'm horny, or something along those lines. But definitely said he was horny. And I was just sitting there, kind of listening in, and you know, those when, even though it was a dream, and I definitely wouldn't want this to happen in real life, but it just but this is why I'm being honest with myself. Like I would still feel some type of way about that, about him talking to a female like that and stuff like that. I mean, I'm gonna just keep it real. I just always have, because I had always cared for him, and I'm offended because it's like back when it was, I'm like, no, that's supposed to be me, all me. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be talking to me, even though he shouldn't be talking to nobody. Like, well, whatever. Yeah, he's just a mannish type dude. So I didn't really get offended at a lot of the ways he talked, except for calling me the B word all the time. But Yeah. I just know that I felt the type of way in a dream, but I didn't say anything. But I felt like I got in my feelings or whatever, and I'm kind of in my feelings now, just because it was said in the dream. I was in my feelings. I'm like, why are you, referencing anything about your sexual parts with her? But the real life, real deal story is, honey, I don't know what he's done with his parts and stuff, and I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't even knowing that he laid up with another female in 2018, 19, 20, whatever, whatever. Even if that female's not there, then you done moved on to no, I can't deal, honey. It's like, no, you just a womanizer, or you just again what they call a whoremonger. And baby, when I told him, I said, stop whoring. This was real life. I said, stop. You need to stop whoring. He said, I can whore if I want to, and it like it just came so natural to him, and like he not letting up on nothing. And it wasn't that he was even like trying to go back and forth with me. He just was letting it be known. Basically, this what you see is what you get. This is me, and that was a lot of stuff with him. It was like he wasn't changing. He was, like I said, a free spirited person without really defining himself as that. But he just think, it seemed like he just believed that's how he's supposed to be. Like sometimes when I ask him something, or I say something to somebody, when I say something to him about my sons or something, he was like, well, it's theirs. And you know what I'm saying? He was just adamant about that's what it is. Like it again, like it come natural. And so I'm like that in a lot of ways too. Like what comes natural to me, I'm like, that's me. That's just a part of me. I'm adamant about like, where other people are like, no, you might want to tone that back, tone that down, or whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not even saying no, but I'm just like, how can I when that's what's going on with me? The chemical the chemical makeup and stuff like that. It's something that's causing me to be that way, and I can't really, fight it. Like you can't go against grain. So that's the thing. He said it like that, and it's just like, I guess it made it feel like, yeah, if he said it like that, he damn sure mean it, and that's what he intend to do. It might not always happen like that, like he wanted or whatever. But yeah, so the female said, I don't know if she said anything. I think she ended up getting up and moving and going elsewhere, maybe somewhere else in the house. I don't think I seen her leave out. And then he ended up sitting beside me on the couch. He was at the right, and it looked like he was either cleaning out his belly button or either he was cleaning out his penis. I don't remember seeing his penis out, but I don't know if he was doing that or if he was cleaning out his belly button. And like something, little black stuff came out, blackheads, I don't know, something, little black crumbs. And by this time, I had some kind of cake sitting on the couch, and it was in a I don't know. I'm just sensing something when I'm talking about this dream and talking about these emotions. Ooh, the blood applied. Haya insasiya handa sise sekera naha ishayara naha ikaya iso baya ikara naha asiya isanda sise ya. Oh, I don't know what it was I was sensing when I was talking about it, but I guess it's because I don't know. It might be something like it's trying to make it stick or make it a reality because I'm speaking on it, and maybe I was speaking life in it. Because the main reason is, of course, I want to be somewhere. I mean, I don't want to be just anywhere, but I want to be with my sons, and I want to be hugging and loving on them. Hell no, I don't want to be no miserable ass sister wife or ex that got to look in on him dealing with or being with the new female or whatever. That ain't me. Because at this point, I really be feeling like women deserve at least two husbands. I ain't really saying more, but at least two husbands. And y'all ninjas need to be sitting somewhere looking. Why is he calling me? Let me talk to him. I'll be back.